The weather looking very, very good indeed. And here's the toss with Simon Hughes and the two skippers.
Arjuna, you've won the toss and decided to bowl. What influenced that?
We feel that the wicket has slightly moisture on the wicket, and especially the overcast conditions, and try and capitalize on that and grab some more wickets in the first session.
So you're not worried about the fact that you might have to bat last and the wicket might turn later?
Not really. Only thing is they are playing with one spinner, so we are not really concerned about it. But we have included two spinners on our side.
And what about your pressure in a way? I mean, this is the first test you've played here for quite a while, and you're not going to play another test match for quite a long time, so it's a big game for you, really.
Yeah, it is. It has been we have been really wanted to come and play a lot of cricket here, but we had a very successful tour so far, and I hope that we can finish it in a decent way.
Presumably you're confident, having won the one-day series?
Yeah, it's a totally different ball game anyway, but boys have been playing very good test cricket in the past, and hope we will be okay in today's game.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
On this time, Ben Holyoake has got Jayasuriya. Looked as though it might have been glove, and it might seem an odd thing to say when someone has done so well, but he'd be very disappointed with that, even though he has made 213. I reckon he had his sights set on something much bigger.
Going through nicely to Alex Stewart. We've seen that type of delivery disappearing to the boundary at regular intervals. ARJUNA RANATUNGA, the captain, is the next man in. That's a very welcome breakthrough for England.
Now, out on the offside, the cover fieldsman should be on the alert for the quick single. Oh! Well, if it's a leg by, then I'd be half inclined to have a little appeal there.
Well, I have to say, I'm in agreement. That is very close.
Edged away, that's going to run down very quickly for four. Steered and edged, combination of the two. Well, that's good delivery, just tempting RANATUNGA. A little bit of movement away from the left-hander. Well, that's beaten everyone. Batsman, keeper. 4 byes. Unfortunately for Darren Gough, the little bit of swing he found there was down the leg side. Now, what's that come off? Pad, is there any inside edge? It was definitely between the two. Big noise. Not out, says Eddie Nichols.
Well, the peel should encompass everything, whether it's a court or an LBW. I agree with David. I think he didn't hit that, and I think he was just outside the line probably when it hit him on the pad. And he's playing at the ball, so he shouldn't be out LBW. There's a lot of shuffling around the crease to our Sri Lankan captain.
Very confident shot. Overpitched from Ben Holyoake. ARJUNA RANATUNGA completely unaffected by the big appeal from the ball before.
Oh, pad first. Pad first, then bat, and that was why there was such a vehement shout from Dominic Cork and those behind the wicket. Eddie Nichols said nay.
Well, this one really did swing quite a long way, and that's a very good shot indeed. He's got his foot quite a long way forward. Maybe Eddie Nichols thinking he'd got it just outside the line, and was it a little bit high? It's hit him just below the roll, so the height's fine. And that's a very good shot indeed, and a long one.
He's played some lovely shots. That's going to please Angus Fraser even less. He's much too short there. When he does get one with a bit of extra pace and bounce, ARJUNA RANATUNGA has flashed it in the air over the top of gully. That's well bowled by Fraser. He's fought back with that delivery.
This one, a little bit of extra bounce here. Surprised the batsman. And, well, it's a bit unlucky for Angus Fraser, really.
Well, another, you could say, almost risky shot, but intentionally played down there by RANATUNGA. It was short and wide, and you could just see him guiding the ball into that area. Well, he's got a hold of that. And it's gone all the way. Again, there's no great flourish for RANATUNGA. 6 signalled by David Shepherd. Oh, there's trouble here. RANATUNGA well out, and Ian Salisbury not able to pick the ball up. Well, that's a definite chance. Real confusion between these two batsmen. RANATUNGA was setting off for a run. De Silva decided against it, and all he had to do really was pick the ball up. Well, more runs here for RANATUNGA, and 4 of them.
.50 for ARJUNA RANATUNGA, and he's made those with hardly a fuss at all. No more runs added up to the close of play, 446 for 3, and that is a lead of just 1 for Sri Lanka. It's been great entertainment all day on the 3rd day of this Cornhill Test match. All sounds good for the batsmen again today, and we're going to join play with the last ball of the first over. Darren Gough is the bowler from the Vauxhall end. ARJUNA RANATUNGA, the Sri Lankan skipper, has taken strike. 2 runs have been added to the overnight score. It was pad first, and then batten out onto the offside. Just a question of whether or not he had himself outside off time. He takes a big stride forward generally. It was in 2 pieces, and certainly pad first. Might just have been outside. Rather a querying look from umpire David Shepherd. It was close enough for him to have a furrowed brow, but still said no.
Well, that was a nice delivery. Some swing again for Mark Butcher. Looking to drive this one and having to change his mind at the last minute.
And that's out. That is plumb. Long stride forward or not, and that was appreciably quicker. Beat him for pace on the forward stroke. And that's well bowled by Gough.
This one was very straight and quite full as well.
And there it is. The winning runs for Sri Lanka. And it is a splendid victory. ARJUNA RANATUNGA won the toss, put England in. They made over 400 and still Sri Lanka won. That is a really good win, a top-class victory. And that's the way it all finished. Sri Lanka winning by 10 wickets, their first ever victory in a test match in England. A wonderful effort. England 445 and 181 all out were beaten by Sri Lanka 591 and 37 for no wicket. And the Cornhill man of the match, Mataya Muralidharan, and a sensational performance from him, the 5th best figures in test match cricket in the history of the game. Wonderful performance. And at the end of proceedings, David Gower talked with the two captains.
Arjuna, you've made history today here, winning the first test match for Sri Lanka in England. You must be a very, very happy man.
Yeah, that's one of the ambitions I had after the World Cup, and this will be for sure this will be the last time I will captain in England, and it's good to win a test match here.
It's interesting that the tour started so slowly for you. The early games, the warm-up games, didn't show that much promise. And yet what you've done is you've peaked at the right time. You won the Emirates Trophy first. You've come to this test match chock full of confidence, and you played wonderful cricket.
Yeah, David, we started very badly. We lost the first county game by 2 days, and then we worked very hard. Like, we went to the nets, we knew what went wrong, and the whole team, starting from the management, we stick together and we said this can't be done, and we worked very hard on our training, including fitness and bowling and batting. Then suddenly everything came right.
Now, one of the things that we've talked about a lot over the last 4 or 5 days, certainly the first 3 days, was your decision at the start of the match, having won the toss. You looked up, said there's a bit of overcast cloud cover, a little bit of moisture. You thought you stuck England in, and we're all saying, how can you do that? The pitch is dry, you've got spinners who are going to take wickets late in the game. Now, of course, we have to apologise to you.
It's like this, David. We have to play for our strength rather than the other issues. That's what I have been doing. That, like, even in the World Cup, we chase. That's the first time a side chased runs, and we know that Murali is a key man for us, and we wanted Murali to have a break in between. That's the other reason that we wanted England to bat at the start. And I thought I have played 16 years of cricket, and I have seen a little bit of wickets and have taken so many decisions. I think it's not too bad, actually.
But how confident at that stage were you that you'd only have 36 to chase?
We knew that it won't be very difficult, especially with Sanath, and we promoted Kalu to bat at number 3, but I think it's good to see the two openers finish the game.
Now, what about the men who made the runs for you, Sanath and Aravinda?
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about Sanath when he had a bad run at the start, and I was not bothered about it because I knew that Sanath is a top player and Arvind is a top player. They will be coming back at the important times. I think Sanath peaked at the important time. And all the others, like when it comes to the one days, Atapattu, Kaluvitarna, everyone batted very well, and then came to the test matches, and Arvind and Sanath batted for us.
Well, if one man gets 200, one man gets 150, you've broken the back of a big total. But you still had to bowl England out twice, and it seems you only needed one man. Is that the best you've seen in bowl?
Yeah, I think so, especially on a track like this, especially bowling at the first day. And he's still, we know that he can turn anywhere in the world, but he was really impressed, and the way he was turning, and he got the odd bounce. That's where he used to take a lot of wickets, and I'm really pleased for him.
As a captain, though, is your only problem that every now and again you can't get the ball out of his hand?
No, normally what I do when I feel someone is getting known to him or batting better for him, then suddenly I put a change and bring him back after 1 over, 2 overs. And even with the new ball, we just wanted to get a ball in with a little hard on. That's the main reason we just bought 2 fast bowlers to go for 2 overs and got Murali back once again.
Well, it certainly works, and I suppose next time you'd like to come back here and play a slightly longer series.
I hope so. Now it's ideal time for us to get 3 or 5 test series, at least 3. I will be satisfied with 3 rather than 5, and hope that we will get it in the future.
All right, well, very well played. Congratulations. Make the most of it. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Dave.
Now, Alec. Congratulations to Arjuna.